Welcome to the mountain, y'all. Have you ever been to the store and had to buy a single stalk of celery? But that's just not cost efficient. So you ended up buying a bunch of celery. Here's some things that I like to do with it.
Just a heads up, I also have this problem with carrots.
We're going to be going over 3 separate things I like to do with the celery. So starting out, we separate the bottom from the rest of it. Then we're going to chop off all the bad parts, or the end bits, off of the celery stalks. In the end, we're going to end up with 4 different stacks of celery bits. Now we're going to take the bad parts and we're going to stick those in a freezer bag and throw those in the freezer and save those for a later date for soup stock or something else. Now here we're going to take the stalks and we're going to dice them up real fine and add those to a lined cookie sheet or baking pan or whatever. Wax paper or parchment paper will do. Then we're just going to transfer those also into the freezer. Now a quick snack break while the freezer's doing its job of ants on a log. Kids just love eating this stuff up. Now back to celery. Once they're all frozen, you're going to transfer those into the bag and put them back in the freezer. And then they're good for soups, stews, or any recipes that need a little celery. For the second recipe, we're making celery salt. So you take the leaves and some of the young stalks out of the celery, and you put some salt into a food processor with them. You're going to blend those two until they're well combined, kind of like wet sand. Now you're going to put the celery salt on a lined baking sheet, then place it in the oven on the lowest setting you can, and let that sit for about 12 hours or until completely dry. Another option is to just let it sit out and air dry for several days. Once you pull it out of the oven, you're going to be very thankful for that liner. And now we're going to enter the ASMR portion of the video with lovely crumpling sounds. Now you can just use the food processor to blend these up, but I find this way more satisfying. Just feel the stress leaving your body. But once you're done beating the devil out of it, food processor is probably a good way to go. It'll get it into a nice fine powder for you. Once you've done that, you can just bottle it up and label it, and you've got yourself some fresh celery salt for the next time you need it. And finally, the last one's just growing more celery. Just take the butt that you cut off at the beginning and stick it in some water. Then just sit back and watch it grow. Now go enjoy the sweetness.